My name is Aaron Gervais. I'm the creator and the composer for Prescription Drug Nation. Prescription Drug Nation is a collection of 6 pieces. Each of the pieces is a portrait of a prescription drug. The idea for Prescription Drug Nation comes from my own experiences. I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease about 10 years ago, and currently I'm not on any drugs that are addictive, but at the time I had to take some pretty hardcore stuff. When I started working on this piece, I was really interested in the way that art can make people see things that they maybe take for granted. We all have a relationship with these drugs. When I was creating the piece, I wanted to do it in such a way that whatever your relationship was, it was going to be validated. Whatever your worldview is about prescription drugs, you can come into this production and see something that will make sense to you and resonate with you, hopefully open new perspectives for you. Prescription Drug Nation is a project for 3 guitarists and 3 dancers. I wanted to show the experience of these drugs from 2 different sides. So the way I see it is the musicians are really embodying the inner sense of taking the drugs, the feeling from the inside. And then with dancers, you get more of that outward appearance of either what you look like or how other people see you when you're taking these substances. So I tried to pick 6 drugs that had very different personalities. Adderall, Ambien, Xanax, Prozac, Vicodin, and Viagra. And I went online and I watched a lot of YouTube videos of people tripping on these drugs. There's one video of a guy on Xanax trying to eat oatmeal. He just can't get the spoon to his face. So I thought it was more interesting to look at the huge spectrum of people's reactions and then try to find something that was unique to a specific type of drug. When I started out working on the piece, I approached the Mobius Guitar Trio because they're fantastic musicians. I thought we could get really interesting sounds that would be very different by changing the types of guitars that they use. Sometimes they play classical guitars, sometimes they play electric guitars. One of them plays a steel string guitar. Once I had the musical idea, I needed to find a choreographer, and I came across Michelle Fletcher, who runs a company called Here Now Dance Collective. And she had done some really interesting things. And what struck me as really different about her work is that she used the whole range of motion. It went from being very dancerly type gestures that me as not a dancer would associate with modern dance. And then on the other hand, she used other things that were almost comically untrained, like the shimmies that people do when they're making a joke, or the way that people dance in a nightclub. And she'd also put on dance in unusual places. She did one piece in the laundromat, and she had one at the top of a building, and all these interesting things. So I figured she might be up for the challenge. And as it turns out, she was. We're really excited to be presenting Prescription Drug Nation. The world premiere will be a 4-show run at ODC Theatre in April 2017.